YouTube, welcome to the video, man. It's your boy BRT, aka the God in the building, man. Listen, I got a good video for y'all today. So today, man, we back at it with another KTO video, man. Which NFL team is the best at drafting players first rounders since 2014? If I had to take a guess at number one, damn, drafting players is hard though, because realistically, any of these players, like coming out the draft, any of these players could be drafted. Not draft, but any of these players can either boom or bust. It just really all depends on where they get drafted to, their situation, and their development skills. Can they improve, and can the team develop them to the top player that they need to be? So I don't know, but let's get to the video.
Being a top 10 pick in the NFL doesn't mean you'll be a star, as just 55% of them make a Pro Bowl in their career. That number dwindles all the way down to just 24% by the time you reach picks 31 through 40. In other words, even picking amongst the best college prospects in any given year, nothing is guaranteed. So, how much skill is involved in picking the right players? Or is it mostly just luck? I read a fascinating article recently published by The Athletic, which was titled, NFL Teams Know the Best Way to Draft. So, why aren't they doing it? And there's a few quotes that stood out to me. The author of the article, Alec Lewis, had conversations with 14 GMs, coaches, analytics staffers, scouts, and executives of other sports, all of whom agreed there was a single best way to draft. Yet, only a few teams do so. A general manager might be more focused on his job security over the long-term direction of the organization. A head coach may believe unreasonably in his own ability to mold a player. Coordinators and position coaches want to add talent to their groups, while scouts may quite literally pound the table for players they unearthed during the pre-draft process. Everyone is spitting falsehoods about how good they think a player is because they want one more bullet in the chamber for themselves. One longtime executive from another pro league said, "When you grow up, you think these teams are so good and they're all trying to pedal in the same direction and win," he added. "And when you're there, you realize that very few are really doing that. Everyone is just looking out for themselves." So with this understanding of the draft process, I was curious as to which team is the best at drafting prospects.
Damn, I wonder what teams
for this video, I chose to focus solely on the first round, since it's by far the most impactful. And it would take me a millennia just to gather the data on every round from every team over the last decade
double
or so.
GOAT from 7-Eleven.
Now, data on every
oh my God, he like, yeah, we're gonna be here all day. Let me get it. He got a double GOAT.
Every round from every team over the last decade or so. Now, before we look at the data, this video is brought to you by SeatGeek. With over
money.
Look, and it's mainly used an ESPN article published back in 2022. Today, I'm mainly using information from a more recent article published by PFF. It goes over the top 5 and bottom 5 teams at drafting in the first round since 2014.
I feel like
I also went ahead and added this last year's
Eagles
draft.
is probably like mid.
The top 5 included the Packers, Panthers, Cowboys, Lions, and Chargers. And just for the sake of comparison,
top 5. These are the top 5, like best or worse? Cause I ain't lie, Cowboys make sense. Panthers is top 5. I ain't gonna lie, to this whole 5, the only team that makes sense to me, unfortunately, is the Cowboys. It's the only team that makes sense to me drafting, like, best players.
The bottom 5 included the Raiders, Patriots,
Seahawks. Seattle's bottom 5? Wow.
It's Seahawks, Bears, and
Bears,
Cardinals.
Patriots.
The first
Bears
thing
and
that
Patriots
stood out
and
to
Cardinals
me was how the Panthers were on this list.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
The other 4 teams
Panthers
have at least made the playoffs in the last 2 years.
We're gonna Shaq Thompson is cool. I don't know who the fuck Vernon Butler is. CMC cool. DJ Moore cool. Brian Burns. Okay, hold on. Maybe I might be wrong. Hold on. It does say first rounders. Okay, not drafting as a whole. Okay, maybe I might be wrong.
And the Panthers haven't made it since 2017. To be fair, from 2015 to 2022.
But see, are we talking about team success? Are we talking about team success, or are we talking about their individual career success? Because if that's the case, then I don't know. The Panthers might have an argument. I don't know.
They did nail their first rounders consistently, which just goes to show that hitting on your early
We're gonna
picks
chill on Bryce
can
Young. We're
only
gonna give
do
Bryce
so
Young
much
2-3
if the
more
rest
years.
of
That
your
nigga still ass
organization
and
is
he's
in
cooked.
shambles.
You get these folks, for they've been wildly successful and they've earned billions, and they think that accomplishment is transferable to the NFL.
No stabilization at head coach and quarterback has proven to be this team's downfall. And in an attempt to fix the quarterback problem, they traded their best wide receiver, DJ Moore, and other assets to the Bears
How you
in
trade all
exchange
that?
for the number 1 pick in 2023, which they used to acquire Bryce Young. Young's rookie season was absolutely brutal. It's unfair to call him a bust at this point, but it's painful knowing that they could have had CJ Stroud. Instead,
But,
one
like,
of the
if we're being
so-called
honest, though, with
best teams in
CJ
drafting
would've
is
had a
now
good
in
season,
one of
too.
the worst situations in
Like,
the league.
getting
The other
drafted
team
to
on
the
this
Panthers
list
was just a
that's
bad
little
situation.
peculiar
Like,
is
there's
the
nothing there.
Chargers, because unlike the Panthers, they actually hit on their quarterback selection back in 2020 with Justin
That
Herbert.
is true.
So how
Okay, hold on. Yeah, why the Chargers top 5?
they actually hit on their quarterback.
Melvin Gordon, bro. Melvin Gordon had like 2-3 good years. Okay, Joey Bosa, okay. Mike Williams, okay. Derwin James, okay. Jerry Tiller, decent starter, traded him for year 4. That means that nigga's not cool. Kenneth Murray's alright. Justin Herbert, yeah. Sean Slater, Zion Johnson, Quentin Johnston, bro. I ain't gonna lie, niggas chill on Quentin Johnston, bro. Get that nigga. I ain't gonna lie, just like Bryce Young, bro. Give him 2 more, 3 more, another year or 2, bro. He's still ass and he's cooked.
Quarterback selection back in
cooked.
2020 with Justin Herbert. So, how does a team that drafted at a high success rate of first rounders, including a franchise quarterback, struggle so badly?
You can stop asking that question.
Why do y'all struggle? Oh
I'm
my,
going to be
Chargers
calling
piss
the
me off.
defenses, okay?
The last two,
So
three
we're clear.
seasons, they've had the
So you
best
don't have to ask
roster,
that again.
one of the best rosters.
There's something
on offense.
weird about the
Just couldn't
Chargers.
get it done.
From cheap owners to basically playing on the road every week, since more away fans show up than their home fans.
It almost sounds as if there's booing to the home team. It really is a shame.
They can never quite get things right, despite consistently hitting on
Because nobody wants to be a
quarterbacks.
fucking Chargers
But they are
fan.
definitely in
Yeah.
a better position than Carolina,
Fuck is all
considering they at least have Justin Herbert, which is perhaps the main reason why Jim Harbaugh chose to be their next head coach. For the other 3
I ain't
teams
gonna-
in this
Harbaugh might
article,
cooked in there.
what they've been able to build has been outstanding. Let's start with the Lions. They have gone from a poverty franchise to one of the most talented and successful teams in the league. And they did it all
That is
after
true.
trading away one of their top franchise players ever, quarterback Matt Stafford. Looking closer at their draft
Let's see who they got. Lakin Tomlinson, Taylor Decker, Gerard Davis. I don't remember none of the 2015 through 2017 niggas. I ain't gonna lie. I know who Frank Ragnow is. TJ Hawkinson, Jeffrey Okuda. Bro, Okuda could be so fire if he could just stay fucking healthy. Like if he literally could stay healthy, he can be nice. I feel like Jameis Williamson could be a top receiver too if he gets a lot of more PT and reception targets. Everybody else is cool though. Jahmyr Gibbs, bro. Oh my god, I had him on my fantasy last year. Bro, he pissed me off because this fucking Lions team didn't want to use him for what they fucking drafted him for, was to run the fucking ball. Like, use the nigga, bro.
picks, they've built one of the strongest O-lines in the league, beginning in 2016 with Taylor Decker, who's still on the team as they starting tackle. Then they hit on Frank Ragnow, and then in 2021 drafted Penei Sewell,
Oh my
who
God,
was one of
that's
the best
3
tackles in
O-linemen out
the
of the
game.
5 right there.
Then recently, the
Cooking.
defense has improved with guys like Aiden Hutchinson
Yep.
and Jack Campbell. And lastly, Jahmyr Gibbs looked like a star as a
That's how
rookie
you draft.
in 2023.
It makes sense why they're number one then.
Now,
They
for
top
Dallas,
5.
they have been one of the top teams in the league for the last 3 years, and really have only had one bad season in the last 8. And they can give a lot of credit to their first round hits.
Byron
Back in
Jones.
2015,
Who the fuck
Byron
is
Jones
Tycho
developed
Charlton?
into a Pro Bowl corner before leaving and
I
becoming
ain't gonna lie,
the
Byron
highest paid
Jones is
corner
ass
in the
now though.
league.
I ain't gonna lie.
Zeke in 2016 turned
Zeke
into
is
the
ass,
biggest
too.
star on the team, revitalizing the franchise alongside Dak. Van Der Esch was a solid linebacker when healthy.
where he just skips a
CeeDee
nigga.
Lamb is one of the top receivers
skips a
in the
nigga,
league.
too.
Tyler Smith developed into one of the top tackles in the game. And most of all, Micah Parsons has a case as the best defensive player in the league.
There he gets him. It is Parsons.
He nearly won Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie
Yep.
and has been dominant from day one. But their playoff success, or lack thereof, has been a huge
Here we go.
disappointment.
Here, though.
Go
Here's
fucking
Prescott
L.
over the middle. And
Oh my god.
No!
Which was
Nigga,
evident
20-0
this
at
past
half.
season versus
At
the team who
halftime
I
is
feel
crazy.
is
At
the
home
best
is even
at
worse.
drafting first rounders. The Green Bay Packers are a factory for homegrown talent. Because they are located in Wisconsin and have the smallest market of any NFL franchise, Green Bay isn't recruiting a ton of top free agents to come play for them. So they must hit in the draft in order to have success, which they have done at an amazing rate. Every single one of their first rounders since 2016 is still on the team, led by guys like Jair Alexander and Kenny Clark, who've each made multiple Pro Bowls.
Yep.
Really, they've only missed on 2 of the picks. The rest have been quality starters at worst. The success Green Bay has had in the draft is the standard NFL teams try to reach, and this list was put together before Jordan Love became their full-time starting quarterback.
End zone. It is caught for the touchdown.
After a tremendous second half to 2023,
That nigga's finna
the
be
public
something
opinion of Jordan Love had
I
dramatically
called
shifted.
this shit too.
The dude
I remember
looks
Aaron
like
Rodgers
a franchise
was like,
quarterback
Jordan Love
and was
sucked.
extremely poised
Exactly.
versus Dallas in the playoffs. The fact that they
Literally,
pulled off
after
a
like 1
controversial
year,
quarterback
like
selection
1 year,
that
bro.
worked not once but twice in their history just goes to show the continuity of their franchise. Rodgers didn't start until year 4, and Love didn't start until year 3. For first-round quarterbacks in today's age, that is a level of patience from an entire organization you just don't see in the NFL.
I knew.
Perhaps
I
this
knew
is
Jordan
directly
Love was
correlated
nice
to the
when
fact that
he
Green
played
Bay
the
is the
Eagles and he
only
was
NFL team
cooking
that
us.
doesn't
Oh
have
my
an owner.
god.
Instead,
Granted,
they are publicly owned.
RDB
Owners often
sucked.
step in and force
Like,
their hand due to
you can watch last
impatience,
season, you can tell
which
we
can
suck,
completely
but
derail
it
a
wasn't last
franchise's
season. I think it was a
chances
year or
of
2 ago. But
success.
he cooked that
Now,
game.
even
I
though the
knew he was
Packers are the
something.
golden
Oh, yeah, this
standard
nigga
when it
Jordan
comes to
Love is
drafting
nice.
first rounders, there's a few things that I felt needed to be pointed out. Number one, this is not from the article, but it's worth mentioning, which is the whole development aspect of prospects. It's one thing
I
to
said
select
that
good
before the
players,
beginning of the
which
video,
has luck
too.
involved, but then to properly cultivate their talents is a whole different ask.
Exactly.
The reason bad teams stay bad is they have a constant revolving door of coaches, players, scouts,
Why
and
the
personnel
fuck is the
overall.
nigga in the middle,
It's
bro?
hard to build any continuity with that going on. It's chaos for many players involved, and all the effects of the instability compounds. Almost no player can overcome chaos around them, since this is a team sport. Would Patrick Mahomes be an MVP level player if the Browns had drafted him back in 2017?
Probably
My
not.
guess is probably not.
Probably
The second
not,
point
honestly.
is this
got
PFF
drafted to a
article
good
isn't a
situation in
perfect
Kansas City.
demonstration of value. For starters,
Kansas City
I know
was still
PFF
a
has
good
a
team.
system
They
in
was
which
like-
they grade
they was a
talent,
cool team
but I'm
before
not sure
Mahomes
how this
even got
article
there.
quantified each
Alex
player's
Smith was
value,
doing his shit.
considering the value of a top
They just
5
couldn't
pick
get over
is
that
much
leap
different
that
than
they got
picking
over
21 to
Patrick
32.
Mahomes.
You would have to come up with some sort of system in terms of evaluating players based on early, middle, and late first round. But it gets even more complex when you factor in positions. For example, missing on an interior D lineman, let's say at pick 11, is much less impactful than missing on a quarterback at any point in the first round.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's my dad brain, but I just didn't want to take the time to come up with a value system for each position. With that said, I will talk about the whole quarterback aspect of things. So, 3 teams didn't make the top 5 according to PFF, but they really should be mentioned. Those 3 teams include the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens. Each
Okay.
of these 3 have not only drafted well in the first round since
Chiefs for sure.
2014, but
Ravens
they've
for
all
sure,
hit
too.
big
Yeah,
time
really all
on
3
their
of them for
quarterback
sure, for sure.
selections, producing MVP level signal callers. Compare that to the Panthers, who made the top 5 list. Of course, this was before Bryce Young ever played a snap, but regardless, I just don't see how their last decade of
I don't get
first
how the
rounders
Panthers made
is
it over the
more
Chiefs,
valuable
Bills, and
than the
Ravens.
Bills, Ravens, and Chiefs. Now,
don't
look,
get how
there's
a few of
obviously
those
a lot
teams
more
made it
to
over
team
those
building
teams,
than
but-
just first round picks, including that those teams have better stability than most. But if it was between consistently hitting on first round picks, but none of them are quarterbacks, versus hitting less consistently, but one of the picks you do land on is a future top tier quarterback, I don't think it's hard to make a decision on which one is better.
Yeah, because didn't
22 to
Mahomes go at
19 San
15, right?
Francisco. McKinnon is in at running back. First down and goal to go. Play action fake. Right side throw. Touchdown.
It's
Kansas
all right, man.
City. McCall Hardman for the first time in 6,900.
Yeah, I know niggas that still hurt about that shit.
Back-to-back Super
Oh man. That's I can't even say nothing because we got our ass whooped the year before that. But man, yeah, that's it for this video, man. If y'all want to see any type of other videos y'all want me to react to, man, send them to me. Let me know in the comment section, man. But until then, man, I'm out, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share, man.